gives so much value, I know right away they're going to go look at my page. I know it. So I make sure that every day I'm giving value, telling stories, and every week I'm putting out, invites so they see it. So every day on Instagram, I'm ice break inviting 30 people. I know it's nuts, huh? Actually, I have my husband do it, but I used to do it before he did it. And now I'm like, okay, now we're working together. This is what you're doing. And it's so great because he finds great people. He's not afraid to send messages. He's not connected emotionally.
Does anybody else feel like they can't wait till their kids are old enough that they can have them do it? Because I get a little scared when Madeleine's like, can I go into Instagram and like photos for you? And I'm like, what are you liking? I'm like, no, I like.
Well, I'll tell you this also. I have a few leader coaches on my team. They work full-time jobs, but they've outsourced Instagram activities to like their mom who's retired and has a smartphone and loves to be on her phone, or a cousin, or someone in their family. And so they've taught them how to do certain steps and activities in Instagram, from liking or from following people who then follow you back, who then you send an icebreaker or an invite to, depending on how fast you want to kind of go in for, really connecting with this person. And then I don't really write anything down. I don't write their names down for every invite I do. I just know I've done 30 a day. That's like the number that we need to do every day. But the moment they respond back to me, that's when I write their name down. So that way I can continue corresponding with them.
Yep. Anyone else? I know we've gone a little long, but
I have a question. Can you guys hear me okay?
Yeah.
Okay. So if you're saying that you're posting like 6 times in a day, do you notice that there's like a time between each post that you stick to?
I really don't. I'm kind of, and you guys, you don't have to post 6 times a day. Okay. I just get a little crazy with I just get excited and I want to share things. It's like I get the bulk of what I need to get done. And then everything else is like a free for all. So I'm kind of very, again, fine-tuned with what I do. I wake up at 4:15 in the morning so I can get in my personal development and my workout before my kids wake up. But guess what? Everyone now knows that, and they expect a post from Shelly between 5 and 5:30 in the morning. So I'll usually make like a good morning post, kind of talking about my personal development, and then I'll make a fitness motivation post, but usually before most people have even made their first post in the day. It's only because I'm up so early. So I kind of do those 2 before my kids get, before 8. And then I'll post like something. I always post food every day. Every day I'm posting food. People love food. Once I kind of figured that out, I was like, okay, I'm just going to post a really good food photo and just talk about, what my meal is and what I'm eating. I'll even post a photo of me eating out of ice cream pints because it happens every once in a while. So I'll post a food photo in the morning or afternoon. So that's usually my 3rd photo for the day. And then sometimes I'll do like a school run, right? Just talk about like taking kids and dropping them off to school, because that's always just really been a big dream of mine. And I never knew how I was going to do it when I was working. And so it's a big deal for me to do it. I love doing it every day. So I'll usually snap a photo selfie, a family selfie in the car. It's random, not every day, but a couple times a week. And then maybe something just random with my kids. I just want to show people I'm just a normal mom with, silly kids. Then I'll do I'll try and, again, then I'll make sure I get in my story-based post for the day. And then sometimes then, depending on the day, the invite, the big invite for the day. So sometimes I can add up to 6. On Sundays, I only post once, usually once or twice, like just inspiration and like peaceful calmness, and then like maybe a food prep. So I definitely try and make it at least 3 times a day. But then I find once I've kind of got the ones that I need to get impactful ones out, impactful in value, then everything else is a free for all. And I find, oh my gosh, how many more times am I going to post today? I better save it for later in the week, right? So if you were to go on to even like my Instagram page, you can kind of see, and also I try and delete some of my often marketing invitation ads. Like right now I've got like 3 on there and I need to delete a few, but I'm at fit_empowered_mom. And you can see there kind of how I do things. And I'm always learning, and I get inspired from watching other accounts. I don't watch other Beachbody coaches. I watch other people of things that I'm interested in. I used to watch 2 Beachbody coaches to get the rhythm and technique. And now I literally don't follow anybody anymore, ever. And if I see anything, it's because I've taken like 10 minutes to just joyfully scroll Facebook. I put my timer on my phone, and then I'm in and I'm out. Otherwise, it's like if I wasn't a coach, I wouldn't use any social media. That's kind of the person that I am. So it's weird that I'm on it like all day long, it seems like. But you can see on my Instagram right now, I've got like meal 1, meal 2, meal 3. I'm showing all my meals for the day, just something fun. Otherwise, I've got fitness motivation, my smoothie, I've got food, I've got some workout videos. So yeah, take a spin.
Anybody else? Now that I have the dog on the lap that got let out the front door, and so
yeah. Krista.
Yes. When you were talking about doing your 3 to 4 times a week, you do your big marketing posts. Are you generally doing like the same posts on Instagram, Facebook, your Fit page, whatever you've got going?
I do everything all across the board. It's like copy, paste, copy, paste, copy, paste. I have a like page, but I used to pay money to use it over a year ago. And then I got banned from Facebook marketing. So that's another story, which is also why I went to Instagram. But now I still use it just because I feel like it's a business space. It's just one more thing that defines me as a professional in what I'm doing, you know? So even if you have 1,000 people on your page or a couple hundred, use it anyways. So I start usually on Instagram because they've got some cool filters on there, some cool colors. And then I'll start there and write out my story or whatever my text is. And then I select it all and I copy, and then I'll go over to my personal page, and then I go over to my business like page. And sometimes in Instagram, like my call to action will be see link in bio, or sometimes it'll be email coach Shelly Hobbs @gmail.com, subject May Fitness Boot Camp, or Coach Training Academy. Whereas on Facebook, I might have that same call to action, or maybe I'll have a link right there at, apply here. I kind of do just things a little randomly. I like to sort of mix that piece up a little bit. But I like the jot forms. I like using jot forms because I can learn a lot about a person. And also it shows me that they're a little more serious than just saying, hey, tell me more. You've had to fill out a little bit of information. I actually have a video on how to create jot forms that I did for my team recently. It's on my YouTube channel. But yes, I use the same thing across the board all the time. And sometimes I'll use the same post like 2 to 3 times for the week. So they're seeing it. So it's consistent. You know what I mean? You don't see Lexus's Christmas ads with the big red bow different ways. You see the same one every single time. It's undeniable what that whole commercial is going to be about. And you've seen it a bazillion times for the season, So that's kind of how I think about things. And then sometimes I'll throw in something random or get inspired and make a new post. Or I know we're going over time, but here's the other things I do, guys. I use magazines only because I order Fabletics. I get all these crazy free magazines, which is weird. But I will get tons of ideas of like marketing languaging and how I want to spin things from magazines, but also from the mail, right? I'm like, oh my gosh, yes. I'm like, I started talking about getting a tax refund and like reinvesting in you like a month ago. And here this came. I was like, yes, I'm going to use this again. And I'm going to do it in a different fashion. So it like reminds me of things that are going on in the world and to stay top of mind with people in probably what's going on in most people's lives, right? So here's my challenge to you all. So my team's going to be doing this, and now your team too. Because I don't know if a lot of people think about things like this. Like I've got a marketing brain that's just like always on. It never stops. It's bad sometimes. But congratulations on getting a tax refund. Reward yourself by investing in your future. So how about invest in your future health and fitness and make 2017 an incredible one. You know, use your tax refund to reinvest in you. Something like that, right? How fun is that? How fresh and fun, and there's probably lots of ideas you can create from that. And stories you can create around that. So start having that eye where you get things in the mail and how it could speak to your customers or future coaches, or things in magazines where it's like you start a health and fitness business, you know, using social media. I just saw that in a magazine today. I was like, that's what I do. Right? So how can I spin that for other people? So get inspired by other things you see out there. So when you're using that, and you're using the list that I told you to create, it all sorts to kind of come together because all you're focused on this week is coaching, right? Or next week, a fitness group, whatever. So, oh my gosh, I talk so fast, don't I?
Anybody else? Are we good? Thank you so much, Shelly. Like,
you're welcome.
Such a valuable call. I know it was an odd night for us, so we couldn't get a lot of people on, but I know that they will be watching the recording. So appreciate it. You shared so many awesome little tips for us. Oh my gosh, the dog.
Yes, thank you guys for changing your night around as well.
Cheers.
I appreciate that.
Of course, of course. All right, guys. Have a good night. I'm going to go eat dinner.
Okay, guys. Good night. God bless you all. Bye-bye.
You're awesome. Bye.
Thank you. You are too. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye, Liz.